Hi kids, this is Miss Grenade, and today we're going to do something that maybe you'll be a little bit more familiar with, making purchasing decisions, and it's lesson 13.3. Our concept, our standard is analyze and compare monetary incentives, including sales, rebates, and coupons. So the personal financial literacy, the main question here is how do you decide on the best purchase among various options? So we're going to find and compare unit costs. First thing is using unit prices. And remember when we found unit rates back in Unit 2? First we're going to do a quick review on how to find the unit rate. So what I want you to do is fill in the word divide right there. Mine are already filled in red. You're going to fill those in, and if you get behind, then put it on pause and fill it in. Vocabulary to review. A rate, got to learn how to do this again. A rate is a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different units. Like it costs $30.90 to buy 10 gallons of gasoline. So that's a ratio. A unit rate is a rate whose denominator is 1. So instead of the ratio like we have up here, gasoline is $3.09 per gallon. When it says per gallon, that means per 1 gallon. Unit rate is the way to compare. Oops, I'm not very good with this thing, am I? Compare prices to find the better buy. And we did that back in Unit 2. We're going to do a little bit of it today. Remember, to find the unit cost of an item, you divide. Remember that write a division sign out beside here. A fraction is a division problem. So you would put the cost on the inside and then you would divide it by the quantity. Since this is money, if it like just says $12, you're going to have to put a point. Oops, what happened? Nope. Sorry guys, this is my first time to do this in a while. Okay. Which is the better buy? An 8-ounce container of yogurt for $1.29 or a 6-ounce container for $1.08? We're not going to do these problems together. I'm going to show you how you would do the first one, and then tomorrow in class your teachers will re-explain this if necessary and do it with you. Oh, poo. So this one would be the dollars on the inside, $1.29, that's the cost, divided by the quantity, which is 8 ounces. The next thing is analyzing sales. Before you go shopping, look for the best sale so you can save money. When you go shopping for school, for shoes, school supplies, etc., you need to think about where you can get the most for the amount of money you have to spend. If you do a little research on the internet or the newspaper, you can find the best deal and save money. For example, about a month before school starts, I start looking at the ads from Staples and the different office supply places, from Walmart, from CVS and Walgreens, because they all have different specials, and that's where I go to buy those school supplies ahead of time so that I can get the best deal and get the most for my money. This is the same as markdown that we did in Unit 3. We just had a test over that. Part over whole equals percent over 100. Remember that the cost given, I forgot to tell you to fill in markdown up there. The cost given is the whole number. And then since this is a markdown, that means we're going to subtract the given percent from 100. Now, we've done a lot of solving these proportions. Remember, you cross multiply. The part is going to be the x on each of these problems because we know what the whole number is, we know what the whole cost is, and we know what percent they're marking it down. So we're going to do 100 minus the percent And that answer is going to go right there. You always have to subtract it. Cross multiply and divide by the coefficient. What's the coefficient? Write it down. It's the number by the x, or by the variable, whatever the variable is. This is example 2. Which is the better buy on backpacks? Walmart has the one you want for $75, and it's on sale for 40% off. Or Target has the same one for $60 at 20% off. So I'm going to help you set up this first one, but we're not going to solve it. So we know that 75 is the whole price. That's 100% of the price. Equals percent over 100. Now, since it's 40% off, that means it's 40% off of this 100%. So we have to subtract that. And that would be 60 that we're going to put on the percent. We're not paying the whole price, the 100% price of 75. We're going to pay 60%. Then we're going to cross multiply and divide by the coefficient. We'll solve it tomorrow. Now the next thing may be something that you're not so sure of. Comparing sales, rebates, and coupons. A rebate is when you send in your receipt after paying the full price to get a refund. For example, I've gotten rebates at all kinds of stores. I'm going to use Staples as an example. I take my Staples receipt and I have a rebate form that they give me to fill out and to attach it to the receipt, and then I mail it to the address they give me to mail it to. It can be a rebate for $2. It can be a rebate for a percent of your purchase. They have all different kinds of rebates. When they send you back your money or your rebate, they're either going to give you store credit, so like I might get a $20 Staples card to spend $20 at Staples, or they're going to send me a check for $20 or however much the rebate is for. So a rebate is something you send in after you pay the full price, and then you get your refund. Coupons you're probably more familiar with. Maybe your parents use coupons when they go to the store. I certainly do. Every Sunday I check the paper to see what all the coupons are, and I cut out the coupons for the things that I buy. You use this when you purchase the item to get a discount before you pay. So when I'm checking out at Walmart or Kroger or wherever I go my grocery shopping, or Walgreens, they take coupons, so does CVS. I give the checker my coupons as I'm checking out, and then they scan those in, and it takes off that amount that you spent before they give you your total that you owe. Example 3, shoe shopping. How much would you pay for each? Pay less. Buy one pair of $50 shoes at the regular price and get the second pair half price. So let's just look at what we would do here. You're going to buy one pair for $50, and then you're going to buy the second pair for half of that price. And then that's going to be the total that you owe. Well, and then when you check out, of course, they'll add the tax. But we're not talking about the tax here. We're just talking about how you would figure out how much you would owe for those two pairs of shoes when you take it up to be rung up and pay for it. DSW Shoe Warehouse, you buy 2 pairs of $60 shoes and get a mail-in rebate for $40. So this time we're going to buy two pairs for $60 and then get a mail-in rebate for $40. So when I figure out that total right here, what two pairs of $60 shoes would cost, am I going to add or subtract the $40? What is rebate? Are we going to have to add and send $40 more, or are they going to send us a coupon or a check for $40? They're going to send us a refund of $40. So we're going to subtract that. Now you still have to pay this amount, because remember, you get the rebate after the sale. So they're not going to subtract the $40 when you go up to checkout to pay for your shoes. You're going to get that back after you mail in the rebate for $40. Example 4, grocery shopping for Ragu spaghetti sauce. The unit price is $1.50 per jar. Remember, when you do unit prices, that means per one. So that's for one jar, it's $1.50. How much would you pay for each of these choices? If you buy 2 and you get 1 free. So how much would it cost for 2? And then how much would it cost for that third one? And then how much would you pay for all 3? Write this down so you'll know tomorrow what we're doing here. Okay, the second, you have a coupon for 50% off if you buy 3 jars. So what's the cost of 3? And then you're going to set that up. Now since it's 50% off, we have to subtract that from 100. So what is 100 minus 50? That's what's going to go on top here, because we've got to subtract 50 since this is off. You don't have to solve these now. You just have to write this down so you'll know what to do tomorrow. Your teacher may show you a different way to find it, and that's fine. You use what makes sense to you. Remember to do the problems on the Google Doc and hit submit.